Tell me, how do you expect this to end?
He fell right into my hands.
Don't be naive, Roddick. I know this man. Trust me. He knew exactly what he was doing. Is he ready for the procedure?
Oh, it's just like the original, but with way bigger gameplay. Hello all and welcome to another video where I'm reviewing older and some newer titles that run on budget hardware. Because everyone knows we're in a part shortage, GPUs, computer parts in general, but that doesn't mean gaming can't be fun. So on that note, let's get into this review. Now in this review, I'll try and be pretty spoiler free, and I will let you know if I'm going to give you any spoilers. But that being said, there is no continuation of this game in the end, so if you don't want to be left with cliffhangers and knowing what happened, don't play the game. So, you start off as Mr. John R. Blade, the same character who was in the first one, part of the Hard Corps, which I guess is a badass elite military, and you are now tasked with your partner, a new face to the Sin world, Jessica Cannon, who has her underwear firmly pulled up her butthole. Typical old, I remember seeing that in high school, the girls with the underwear pulled way up past their jeans. Ridiculous times, long time ago, but it's returning in this game. Anyways, you are tasked with infiltrating Syntech and stopping Mrs. Alexis Sinclair, who was in the first one, and you saw a lot of her. The polygons were nice to her in the future with this remake. Now it's a little over the top and it is tongue-in-cheek, and of course there are two moments that your significant other, mother, or wife will walk in. That is the first 3 minutes of this game, as you saw at the beginning clip. And about 5 minutes in, when you're driving with Miss Jessica Cannon, you do experience a flashback of a very, very scantily clad Alexis Sinclair. Anyhow, moving on from the nudity, there are a few main characters that you will see in this game. There is John Blade, as discussed. This is the main character you play as. I don't think it's Blade from the Vampire series, although maybe. And then there is Jessica Cannon, Alexis Sinclair, the one that is chesty, we'll just call her that. Victor Raddick, he is the drug dealer that shoots you up with the needle. And then another returning face, Mr. J.C. Armack. He is the kind of tech wizard guy that pops up on the screen and will hack computer devices and things like that as you progress through the game. The game takes place in Freeport City, and you will spend most of your time inside factories and tunnels and other small gray areas. Which is a shame, because this game, honestly, even for how old it is, you can crank the settings up 1080p, 4K, Ultra, max everything out, and when you see these odd areas outside where there's a lot of sun and light reflections and shadows and water, the game looks really, really well. Unfortunately, there's maybe about 7 minutes of gameplay where you really get to experience the outside world in a bigger view and see how good the game looks. For the most part, you just see gray walls and fluorescent tubes and broken glass. It's okay, it just gets repetitive. And speaking of kind of the repetitiveness and level design, it almost wants to be open world, like you can go places, but it's very linear and there's very set paths and doors you can go through, which you think would make navigation easy in this game. But they tell you nothing. Jessica or JC Armack will get on the radio and they will say, "Blade, we gotta hurry up through this door. Blade, we gotta get going." They never tell you the door. There's never a pointing. There's never an indication. So many times in a large open room, you will walk from door to door to door, hearing locked noises, until finally you find the door that's open to progress you to the next area of the game. That's a mild inconvenience. I shouldn't harp on it too much, but it does get a little frustrating sometimes. The other issue with this game is the environmental destruction is great. You can pick things up, throw them, blow them up, smash things. It's awesome. The ragdoll physics are funny and reminiscent of early 2000s ragdolls. It's very nostalgic watching the bodies fly across the room as they blow up. But you can get stuck on this debris, and it can cause you to die. The amount of times I tried to walk through a door or walk around a corner and you get caught on a lamp or a body part or a door piece, it doesn't matter what it is, and then ultimately you're shot. I've been pinned in corners before just because debris falls around you and you can't jump through it sometimes. So that part can be a little frustrating too. The other frustrating part, obviously, we're never going to see sequels to this game. And one more negative part before I get on to the things I enjoyed about this game. The weapon selection sucks. There's 3 guns. You get a handgun, you get a shotgun, and you get a machine gun. They all have different firing options, like each one has 2. So the handgun's got your typical handgun shot, and then this powerful shot that works really well long range. Your shotgun's got your typical shotgun shot. It's nice and damaging close up, and then it has these bullets that kind of ricochet and bounce off things. And then you have the machine gun. It shoots machine gun rounds, or it shoots explosives. And you're equipped with 5 grenades as well. Now the grenades are incendiary and they blow up and fire and everything, and they're actually very effective against a lot of enemies. So the weapons work great and they function as they should, and the hit detection's pretty good. There's just not a lot. Now I assume this is because you were going to see more guns as you progress through the story and got more episodes, but unfortunately, as you know, there's no more. So you're just going to experience the 3 weapons. Now some good things about this game. You can take this either way, but it's short. You can beat this game in under 4 hours, 4-5 hours if you're really leisurely at it. Some people may like that, some people may not. If you don't have a lot of time, it's a nice, quick, easy game that you can pick up. You can beat in a day, a night, a weekend, a week if you don't have a lot of time. That's what I did. I played it in about an hour each night, and I beat it in about a week. There's not that many levels. You have the intro, docks, lab, pit, high-rise, final. My favorite would be the high-rise area. You're basically outside of the buildings, walking around on these little edges. It's a little tough, but that's where you get these amazing views, and you see how good this game can still look for how dated it really is. The other thing I did enjoy about this game, which I've also seen implemented just terribly in other games, is the dynamic difficulty. Sin Episodes has a system dubbed Personal Challenge System, PCS, alters the game. So you can put the little slider up and down, and the better you play, the more enemies that spawn, and the better the AI reacts to your decisions, making the game a little more difficult as you progress. So I do enjoy the difficulty slider, and then you have your health slider as well. That part is pretty neat. The health system's neat. You gotta find canisters, put them in these little holders, or you can just shoot the canister and that heals you as well. And the other thing I like about it, it's a cheap game. It can be had on Steam for under $10 when it's on sale, and it can be run on basically a potato. The recommended system settings are a 2.4 GHz processor, single core, not dual, just one. So we're talking like Pentium 4 days. RAM, 512 megabytes. You need a DirectX 9 graphics card, which is old. It's very old. You need DirectX 9, and you need a minimum of Windows XP, which most of you will be running 7 or 10, and it runs just fine on Windows 10. I'm running it on Windows 10 with a Ryzen 7 3700X and a GTX 770 4 gigabit card is what I used for testing on this, along with a Radeon XFX 7973 gigabit card. Both of these cards were able to run this game rendered at 1440p, because that's what my monitor is, at ultra settings with everything maxed out. Just everything as far as you could, except for I didn't have VSync turned on because I don't like that. But I was getting 270 to 300 frames a second. I was still getting like 200 when I tried recording it. So it does not need a lot to run it. I can try it on even lower hardware if you like. I tried it on my little server, which is a very old quad-core Xeon processor and a GTX 750 2 gigabit card. And again, it ran just fine. I was able to max everything out, run it in 1080p, and I'll get like 200 frames a second. So very, very minimal spec PC will run this. You could run it on a laptop, which is great for, you know, if you can get this game for, let's call it $8 on sale on Steam. We could look up the Steam price and see what she's selling for right now. So currently on Steam right now, it is $11.49 Canadian to buy. So it'll be under $10 US right now. I got it on sale for, I believe, $6. It might have even been less than that. I've seen this go on sale for a few dollars. For a few dollars and 4 hours of fun with some fast-paced explosions and some weird monsters that you'll experience that I don't want to get too much into. People from Sin 1 will understand. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. It's a good game. It's fast-paced. I like blowing the people up. Body parts go flying everywhere. The hit detection's good. The level design's pretty good. It looks nice. All in all, I'd recommend it. Out of a 10, I'd give it a 6.5. There's obviously better games, but hey, it's cheap. It can be played on easy hardware. You can beat it in an afternoon. If you like Half-Life 2 and you want something that's sort of similar to Half-Life 2, definitely check this out. Anyways, guys, that should do it for this review. As always, thank you so much for watching. If there's something you want to see different, another game you want me to review, something you didn't like about this or that I got wrong, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you're not already, subscribe for more. I should be putting out at least one video a week. And give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Give me a big thumbs down if this video was like poop. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.